Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4 of Lancer Recap. I'm your host, Jose Ramos-Flores, and I missed y'all last week, but I'm back this week. We have a heavy-packed episode today filled with everything regarding Longwood sports, so without further ado, let's get into it. Cue the intro. Starting off with the field hockey team, they sit at 3-14, coming off 3 games over the course of last week and this past weekend. They played 2 home games in the second week of October, playing Appalachian State University and Wake Forest University. Both games resulted in a loss, with both sharing a final score of 3-0. Then heading to Kent, Ohio, they played Kent University in a MAC conference matchup, which ended in an unfortunate loss with the score being 3-1. Kylie Levine was able to assist the goal to Zoe Turney, who scored early on in the game. Longwood has 1 remaining game for the season, and that takes place here in Farmville, Virginia. It's a MAC conference matchup against Central Michigan University, but it is also senior night for the team. So a special goodbye to all the wonderful seniors who have played this season. Make sure to go out and support the team, and as always, good luck, Lancers. Next up, we're talking about the women's soccer team. They currently have a record of 5-7-4. On October 14th, Longwood was able to defeat the undefeated and take a win against the University of South Carolina Upstate, winning 2-0. Upstate set at 5-0 and we're looking like a tough matchup for the Lancers, but in the second half, Longwood was able to set the tone for the rest of the game, with Julia Gale and Kearney Payton scoring the goals for Longwood. Then on October 18th, they took on Radford University. A late goal from Emma Jones was not enough to get over the hump as the Lancers lost 3-1. But then, on October 21st, going up against Winthrop University at Rock Hill, South Carolina, the Lancers were able to take a 2-1 win over the Eagles, with goals coming from Julia Gill and Haley Baltzelli, helping the Lancers get another win in Big South play. Speaking of Big South, the Lancers currently tied with Charleston Southern in in-conference record, but because the Bucks had the better overall record, they slot in at number 4, while Longwood takes the number 5 seed in Big South Conference. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule for the Lancers, they have 1 game remaining for the season, and that's against Presbyterian College on October 25th at Clinton, South Carolina. It'll be the final Big South matchup for the season, so here's to wishing the best of luck for our Lancers. Lastly, we'll take a look at the men's soccer team. They currently sit at 5-5-3. On October 14th, they took on the University of South Carolina Upstate, which resulted in a loss 2-0. Then on October 18th, the Lancers headed to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., taking on George Washington University, which the Lancers were able to get a win 2-1. Miles Cooper and Ethan Stevenson were able to get the 2 goals for Longwood in that game. Lastly, they went up against Radford University on October 21st, where unfortunately they lost 1-0 after a goal in the first half. The men's soccer team has 2 games remaining for the season, both being Big South play. First in Farmville, Virginia, to take on Presbyterian College on October 28th. Then on November 1st, they take on Gardner-Webb at Boiling Springs, North Carolina. Longwood so far has not been able to get a win in Big South play, but here's to hoping they pull out a W in these last 2 games. And that's been all for today. I've been your host, Jose Ramos-Flores, and I can't wait to see all of you next week. Bye-bye.